Hari Om, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to workshop session 4 of Aditya Hrudayam Learning. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. Let's just give one more minute for anybody else to join. All right, we are at about 10:30. So let's just get started with our usual prayers. First, Ganesha prayer. Please sing along with me. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Excellent. Now, sloka for Sage Valmiki. Please sing along with me. Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Excellent. Now a prayer for Lord Rama. Please sing along with me. Dakshine Lakshmano Yasya Vame Tu Janakatmaja Purato Marutiryasya Tam Vande Raghunandanam. Excellent work. So in this session, first let us slowly recite 1 to 21 slokas that we have reviewed in the previous sessions. So if you are not comfortable with some of the words yet, it is nothing to worry about. I have sent you the videos to practice word by word. Go through those videos until you get comfortable, and then you will be able to chant the entire stotram within no time. Practice is what will make it perfect, like anything else. So let's just get started. Let's go slowly. Let's recite together. Tato yuddha parishrantam samare chintaya sthitam Ravanam chagrato drushtva yuddhaya samupasthitam Daivataischa samagamya drashtumabhyagatoranam Upagamya bravitramam Agastyo Bhagavan Rushihi Rama Rama Mahabaho Srunuguhyam Sanatanam Ena Sarva Narin Vatsa Samare Vijayishyasi Aditya Hridayam Punyam Sarva Shatru Vinashanam Jayavaham Jape Nityam Akshayam Paramam Shivam Sarva Mangala Mangalyam Sarva Papa Pranashanam Chinta Shoka Prashamanam Ayurvardhanamuttamam Rashmi Mantam Samudyantam Deva Suranamaskrutam Pujayasva Vivaswantam Bhaskaram Bhuvaneshwaram Sarva Devatmako Hyesha Tejasvi Rashmi Bhavanaha Esha Deva Suraganan Lokan Patigabhastibihi Esha Brahma Cha Vishnuscha Shiva Skandah Prajapatihi Mahendro Dhanadah Kalo Yamah Somo Hyapampatihi Pitaro Vasavah Sadhya Yashvino Maruto Manuhu Vayurvahni Prajaprana Rutukarta Prabhakaraha Aditya Savita Surya Khagah Ushagabhastiman सुवर्णसदृशो भानुः हिरण्यरेतादिवाकरः हरिदश्वसहस्रार्चिः सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मथनः शम्भु स्त्वष्टा मार्ताण्ड अंशुमान् हिरण्यगर्भः शिशिरस्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भोदितेः पुत्रः शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः व्योमनाथस्तमो भेदी ऋग्यजुःसामपारगः घनवृष्टिरपां मित्रो विन्ध्यवीथीप्लवङ्गमः आतपी मण्डली मृत्युः पिङ्गलः सर्वतापनः कविर्विश्वो महातेजा रक्तः सर्वभवोद्भवः नक्षत्रग्रहताराणामधिपो विश्वभावनः तेजसामपि तेजस्वी द्वादशात्मन्नमोऽस्तु ते नमः पूर्वाय गिरये पश्चिमायाद्रये नमः ज्योतिर्गणानां पतये दिनाधिपतये नमः जयाय जयभद्राय हर्यश्वाय नमो नमः नमो नमः सहस्रांशो आदित्याय नमो नमः नम उग्राय वीराय सारंगाय नमो नमः नमः पद्मप्रबोधाय मार्ताण्डाय नमो नमः ब्रह्मेशाणाच्युतेशाय सूर्यायादित्यवर्चसे भास्वते सर्वभक्ष्याय रौद्राय वपुषे नमः तमोघ्नाय हिमघ्नाय शत्रुघ्नायामितात्मने कृतघ्नघ्नाय देवाय ज्योतिषां पतये नमः तप्तचामीकराभाय वह्नये विश्वकर्मणे नमस्तमोभिनिघ्नाय रुचये लोकसाक्षिणे. Excellent work. So now let's get started with the next slokas. Until now, we've seen Agastya, sage Agastya, coming to the battlefield, explaining the characteristics, symbolism, and the universal lordship of Surya Bhagavan, sun god. And then we talked about 16 to 19, where there is the slokas where there is Namaha, Namaha, where we are doing our prayers, Namaste to Surya Bhagavan. And then again, we went to the characteristics, more characteristics of Surya Bhagavan and how he creates and gives all the life essentials to everybody, not only humans, but all living beings on the earth. So let's start with Sloka 22. First, I will say 1 to 2 words. Please repeat after me. Nashayatyesha Vaibhutam Tadeva Srujati Prabhuhu Payatyesha Tapatyesha Varshatyesha Gabhastibhihi. So there is the cycle of creation of the universe, sustenance, and then annihilation, destroying the entire universe to recreate. So all that process is done and accomplished by Sun God himself. So the creation is started from the Sun God, the sustenance, all life essentials by giving the life essentials is done by Sun God. And also at the end, when everything has to be annihilated and stopped, Sun God himself takes care of that job also. And meanwhile, he gives all the brightness, heat, warmth, and also water in the form of Varsha. Varsha means rain. And he does that with his bright golden rays. So again, characteristics and how sun god is the most essential for the existence of life. So one more time, 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Nashayatyesha vaibhutam tadeva srujati prabhuhu payatyesha tapatyesha varshatyesha gabhastibhihi. Excellent. So let's recite the sloka together. Again, nothing to worry if you're not able to follow the recital along. Practice the videos and you will get there. Practice is everything. Nashayatyesha vaibhutam tadeva srujati prabhuhu payatyesha tapatyesha varshatyesha gabhastibhihi. Excellent. Now moving on to sloka 23. In 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Esha sukteshu jagarti bhuteshu parinishthitah esha evagnihotram. One more time. Esha evagnihotram cha phalam chaivagnihottrinam. Again, more characteristics of the sun god. He is the one, Esha Sukteshu. When you see this word Esha a lot, so imagine Agastya, sage Agastya in the battlefield, and he is talking to Lord Rama. He's explaining all this to him, right? So he keeps pointing the sun god like this, Esha. Esha means in Sanskrit, him. Hear him. So that's why there is this word of Esha a lot, where sage Agastya is saying him, this god, this Surya Bhagavan, this Lord Aditya. So that's why you see this word Esha a lot. So he's saying, sage Agastya is saying, Esha Sukteshu Jagarti. He is the one who wakes up the sleeping people. So as you know, the geography, the earth is round and there is day and night that goes around. So what wakes us up? The morning, the bright sun rays, the sunshine in the morning is what wakes up. So again, the symbolism is night is darkness. Darkness is identified as ignorance or fear. And who clears all that in the morning by waking us up is sun god. He gives that light, he gives that knowledge, and he wakes up everybody. So, and then bhuteshu parinishthitah, by waking him up, he continues that cycle of life. There is one part of the world that sleeps at night, and there is other part which continues with the day, and it goes on a continuous basis. For how long? For thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So that is the cycle of life, and who carries that cycle of life is the sun god. And he is the essence of all prayers, essence of all rituals and yajnas that are done. And he is not only the essence, the actual prayer, he is the fruit of that prayers. He is the one who blesses the outcome of that prayers. So he is being characterized as the prayer himself and the outcome or the blessing that comes out of the prayer. So let's do 1 to 2 words of this sloka again, and then we can recite it together. Esha sukteshu jagarti bhuteshu parinishthitah esha evagnihotram cha phalam Chaivagnihottrinam. Excellent. Now let's slowly recite the sloka together. Please sing along with me. Esha supteshu jagarti bhuteshu parinishtitaha esha evagnihotram cha phalam chaivagnihotrinam. Excellent. Now sloka 24. First let's do 1 to 2 words. Please repeat after me. Vedascha Kratavaschaiva Kratunam Phalameva cha Yani Krutyani Lokeshu Sarva Esha Ravih Prabhuhu. And continuing with from the previous sloka, all the Vedas, the rituals, the spiritual texts that we have, the Ramayana, Mahabharata, the Bhagavatam, anything, what we do out of the prayer, the stories, the fruits or the blessings that we get by doing those prayers, everything is his form. Esha, who is he? The sun god. Everything is in essence, everything is a part of him, and all the work that is done in the world by us as human beings, by all other living things, it is all the essence of Lord Surya, Lord Sun God. Okay, so that is the essence. This is a continuation meaning wise of the previous sloka 23. Both of them, they signify that he is everything. Whatever we see, whatever we do in the form of prayer, and the fruits we receive out of it, everything is because of the sun god. So 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Vedascha Kratavaschaiva Kratunam Phalameva cha Yani Krutyani Lokeshu Sarva Esha Ravih Prabhuhu. Excellent. Let's recite the sloka together slowly. Vedascha Kratavaschaiva Kratunam Phalameva cha Yani Krutyani Lokeshu Sarva Esha Ravih Prabhuhu. Excellent. Moving on to sloka 25. So until now, Sage Agastya has been explaining the significance, the essence, the forms, various forms of the sun god, how he is the one who's holding the entire universe together, not just the earth, but all the celestial things, all the planetary things, everything is moved, everything is led by sun god. From sloka 25, Sage Agastya is explaining how this Aditya Hrudayam can be recited and who can recite this and where and when. So he's giving the rule book to us. So one word at a time, let's first get through the sloka and then I will explain to you. Enamapatsu Kruchreshu Kantareshu Bhayeshu cha Kirtayan Purushah Kaschin Navasidati Raghava. Excellent. So what Sage Agastya is saying is, who can chant this stotra? Anybody who is in trouble, anybody who is scared, anybody who is in the darkness. Kantareshu is signified by a forest. If somebody is stuck in a forest, symbolically, if they are scared of something, if they fear something, and if they are stuck with a problem, with some trouble, with some confidence issues, whatever it is. So basically, anybody can chant this stotra. When can they chant? When they are in trouble, when they are feared, when they're scared, when they want help, when they want confidence boost, to say gratitude, any number of things. There is no actual rule that you have to sit in this place, you have to be in this position, you have to do a Padmasana, you have to be in a temple. Absolutely not. And this is not something that I'm saying. This is what Sage Agastya is saying. If you're scared in the middle of a forest, you can't find a temple nearby. Just chant this stotra. There is no rules for this stotra. This will instantly give you that confidence. So that is the rules that he has mentioned, that this can be chanted by anybody. And as soon as they chant this stotra, they will immediately find a relief. They will immediately find confidence within themselves and outside. And they will be able to overcome whatever it is. And he's saying you will also overcome the trouble that you are facing. So that's why Sage Agastya is explaining this to Rama. One more time, 1 to 2 words. Enamapatsu kruchreshu kantareshu bhayeshu cha kirtayan purushah kaschin navasidati raghava. So let's recite the sloka together slowly. Please sing along with me. Enamapatsu kruchreshu kantareshu bhayeshu cha kirtayan purushah kaschin navasidati raghava. Excellent work. So again, outcomes. What will we get out of chanting the stotra? So the last line in the previous sloka, he said, you will overcome whatever the hardship is, whatever trouble is you're stuck with, right? Then he's continuing the outcomes, what you get by chanting the stotra. Let's do 1 to 2 words. Please recite after me. Pujayasvaina mekagro. So I separated the word for the ease of learning, but together it goes together. This is a compound word. Pujayasvaina mekagro deva devam jagatpatim etat trigunitam japtva yuddheshu vijayishyasi. Excellent. So he's saying whoever prays to this Surya Bhagavan, they will get outcomes, very pleasant and successful outcomes. So you pray to this Surya Bhagavan with utter devotion and focus. So he is the Lord of Lords, and chant this stotram 3 times. And you will win this battle. See with what certainty and with what confidence Sage Agastya is telling this on behalf of Rama. He's saying, chant this stotra 3 times and you will win this battle. He's saying, Yuddheshu vijayishyasi. Etat trigunitam japtva. Trigunitam is 3 times. And after you chant it 3 times, you will win this. He's saying will, not may. You may get this. No, he's not saying may. He's saying you will win this. With that confidence, Sage Agastya gave this stotra to Rama. And we all know the outcome also. So it is proven, it is given by the great Sage Agastya. So every time, anytime, what is needed is the faith. Anytime you're stuck with the trouble, anytime you're stuck with a confidence issue, anything that is bothering you, you can always sit down, chant this stotra. You will immediately find that relief. Within yourself, you will find that solution. And this is not what I'm saying. This is what Sage Agastya is saying to Rama. Okay? And it applies to us also. So 1 to 2 words. Let's do this again. Pujayasvaina mekagro Devadevam Jagatpatim Etat Trigunitam Japtva Yuddheshu Vijayishyasi. Okay, let's do the sloka together slowly. Pujayasvainamekagro Devadevam Jagatpatim Etat Trigunitam Japtva Yuddheshu Vijayishyasi. Excellent. Moving on to sloka 27. Continuation to what he was saying. He said, chant this stotra 3 times and you shall attain the victory. And then he's continuing. So let's continue that 1 to 2 words. Please repeat after me. Asmin kshane mahabaho ravanam tvam vadhishyasi eva muktva tadagastyo jagamacha yathagatam. So he's saying, Sage Agastya is asmin kshane, in that very moment, after you chant this stotra for 3 times, O Mahabaho, the great warrior with the broad shoulders, Ravanam tvam vadhishyasi, you shall kill Ravana in the battle. Again, with the certainty, with no maybe, with no kind of assumptions, no kind of maybes or, oh, it could happen. No, it's with certainty, with confidence. Sage Agastya is saying, at that moment, after you chant, you will kill Ravana in this battle. Eva muktva tadagastyo jagamacha yathagatam. Saying this, Eva muktva tadagastyo, then Agastya, sage Agastya, blessed Rama and he went back the same way as he came. Remember, he came from the clouds. He was sitting along with the gods watching the battle. He came down from the clouds to talk to Rama. In the same way, he gave this mantra. He said, chant this for 3 times, and he went back the same way he came onto the battlefield. So again, 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Asmin kshane mahabaho ravanam tvam vadhishyasi eva muktva tadagastyo jagamacha yathagatam. So let's chant the sloka together. Please sing along with me. Asmin kshane mahabaho ravanam tvam vadhishyasi eva muktva tadagastyo jagamacha yathagatam. So saying this, Sage Agastya left the battlefield. So let's see what Rama is doing now. 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Yetat shrutva. So notice the cha plus cha here. So it is etat shrutva mahateja nashta shoko bhavattada dharayamasa suprito raghava prayatatmavan. So having heard this, Rama found this new enthusiasm, new energy, and nashta shoko, the gloominess, the sadness, the, oh no, what do I do now? How do I kill Ravana? That kind of fear, that unknown, all of that is gone. So I want you to notice in the next 3 slokas, From when we started this 27 slokas before, we started saying Rama was really sad and gloomy, not knowing what to do. So see the progression, what happened, and see how Rama's mood, how Rama's enthusiasm changed. And what happened in this 27 slokas? Did he eat a power bar or anything? Did he eat a protein bar, drink a power juice? Nothing. He was standing there listening to Sage Agastya and the sloka of Aditya Hrudayam. And what did he do? Dharayamasa Suprito, with great pleasant mind. Look how the mind was all boggled before what to do. Oh, how do I? It's state of confusion, right? Is clear. Suprito means he was very, with great stable mind and enthusiasm, he memorized the sloka. He memorized all the slokas in the stotram, and he's ready to chant the slokas. So see the progression, nothing else changed there. It's not like he suddenly got some gifts from God. It's not like he remembered something else. It's not, nothing happened there. All that happened is Guru, the teacher, Sage Agastya, came down. He gave Aditya Hrudayam. Instantly, he got that enthusiasm, he got that confidence, and he got rid of the gloominess and the non-confidence factor. He's ready. See, that's what happens. He found that inner energy. So one more time, let's do 1 to 2 words. Please repeat after me. Etat shrutva mahateja nashta shoko bhavattada dharayamasa suprito raghava prayatatmavan. Let's recite the sloka together. Please sing along with me. Etat shrutva mahateja nashta shoko bhavattada dharayamasa suprito raghava prayatatmavan. So again, as you're reading the story of Ramayana, that is a big stopping point where you read about Ravana and Rama's battle, and where Rama is all confused. You get that question, what happens now if Rama himself is confused? Where do we go? He is the God. He is a form of Vishnu who came down to earth. He should have solutions to all problems. But he himself is in trouble. What do we do? Where do we go from here? This is an excellent example of saying human tendency is to go through the emotions. We are very happy sometimes. We go through some emotional time and we feel a little low. We feel lack of that confidence sometimes. We feel like we are in trouble sometimes. We feel gloomy sometimes. That is human tendency. And Rama, as a human, he went through that roller coaster of emotions as like anybody else. And how did he overcome it? He overcame the trouble. He overcame that lack of confidence by listening to the teacher, Sage Agastya, and getting the Stotram Aditya Hrudayam from him. I want you to notice in this 3 slokas, 28, 29, and 30, just notice the emotional state of Rama. So in this, we are being told that Nasta Shoko, Shokam means that sadness. Nasta Shoko means the sadness is gone. He lost that sadness that he was going through before. And Suprito, Dharayamasa Suprito, with pleasant and excellent mindset, he memorized the stotra. I see a couple of hands raised. If it is not an urgent question, I would defer it to the end of the class. Please bear with me. After the session, I will stay back. If it is not a technical issue where you're not able to hear, otherwise,
sorry, sir. I just want the pronunciation of that last words. Priya Atman, sir.
Prayatatmavan. Prayatatmavan.
Atmavan.
Prayatatmavan. Together, yes.
Prayatatmavan.
There is a th in between. Prayatatmavan. Prayatatmavan.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And so just notice the emotional state of Rama. Sage Agastya, he did not give like a solution. He did not give like a new set of bows and arrows and all these great weapons or anything. He just gave Aditya Hridayam, and see how Rama's emotional mindset is changing. Here, he lost all the sadness. With pleasant and great enthusiasm, he memorized the slokas. Okay. Moving on to sloka 29. Please, 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Adityam prekshya japtva tu param harsha mavaptavan. This is the compound word, harsha mavaptavan, together. Harsha mavaptavan. Trirachamya Suchirbhutva Dhanuradaya Viryavan. Again, the emotional mindset, right? So this sloka is saying Adityam Preksha Japtvatu. Rama looked at a sun god and he saw him, he viewed him, and Param Harsham Avaptavan. Param means very much. Harsha means happiness. You see the progression from sadness, he became the stable minded. Now he looked at sun god and he attained great happiness just by praying to him. That is the confidence, the inner confidence, the gloominess that clouded when even the stuff that you know, if you're not in the right mindset, it is clouded. The solution is clouded by your mind itself. So what do you need there? You need to erase that cloud to bring out what is already inherently yours. You're in a test, you're taking a test and you're in a project or you're doing something, but you're thinking about something else outside of that test, outside of that project. You're worried about a game that you're playing. You're worried about something you wanted to buy, but you're not able to buy, something that is distracting you. You already have the answer within you, but the distraction is clouding your clarity. So what do you do in those situations? You meditate, you pray. That will clear out that mind and you will be able to focus. It will give you that focus. That's exactly what happened here. Rama is all capable. He knows everything. He has all the arms, but he was feeling low. He didn't know what to do. He was tired. But after doing the prayer to Lord Surya Bhagavan, then he attained that self-confidence back. He's like, okay, I can do this. I got this. I have the arms. I have the strength. I have the blessings from all the gods. I will be able to do that. He got very happy after chanting the slokas. And how did he do that? He did Trirachamya, 3 times Achamanam. When in prayers you must have seen they sip water 3 times. That is a purification, internal purification process. It's called Achamanam. So he did the Achamanam. He did prayer to Surya Bhagavan with Aditya Hridayam, and he attained excellent happiness and confidence out of it. So see the progression of emotions again. Okay, 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Adityam prekshya japtvatu param harshamavaptavan. He attained extreme happiness. Param harshamavaptavan. Trirachamya Suchirbhutva Dhanuradaya Viryavan. Excellent. Let's recite the sloka together slowly. Adityam prekshya japtvatu param harshamavaptavan Trirachamya Suchirbhutva Dhanuradaya Viryavan. Excellent. Again, he attained extreme happiness. We're going to see what his emotion is in the next sloka again, okay? Ravanam, 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Ravanam prekshya hristatma yuddhaya samupagamate sarvayatnena mahata vadhetasya dhruto bhavat. So now he finished the prayer. He did the 3 sips of water and then he finished the prayer. Next, he saw Ravana. We talked about it. They took a break and Ravana started coming back into the battlefield to commence the battle. So he saw that Ravana. Before, when he saw that Ravana, how was Rama feeling? Gloomy, sad. Oh, what do I do next? Confused. But now, Hristatma means very happy. Why would he feel happy looking at his opponent? When he's really, really confident. Who would feel happy looking at an opponent, looking at an enemy who is charging towards them? A person who is very confident of winning, a person who is very confident of what is coming and how to resolve it. And that is the person Rama right now. Not before 27 slokas, 29 slokas before, he didn't have that confidence. But what changed from then to now? Aditya Hrudayam changed. The Guru, sage Agastya came and gave the great Stotram Aditya Hrudayam. It changed the entire outlook of Rama. The person, same situation, same Ravana, same battlefield. The only difference is Aditya Hrudayam. So that is very important to remember that. That is the emotional state. It is like charging your phone. You do this, whether you do anything else or not, once you do this, it brings out your own confidence. It brings out your own capability. It lets you shine in the situation. That is the greatness of Aditya Hrudayam. So next, after seeing Ravana, he became very happy and he got ready for the battle, Rama. And then he's saying, Sarvayatnena mahata vadhetasya dhruto bhavat. He said to himself, he is very determined. He will make all trials, Sarvayatnena, all the trials possible, and he will kill Ravana. He is determined to give it his entire trials and all kinds of efforts possible and kill Ravana. So I want to take a brief pause here and say, after doing the 30 slokas of Aditya Hrudayam, Rama is not saying, okay, I did my Aditya Hrudayam, now let the miracle happen. Sun God is all prevalent, all Lord, all the universe is dependent upon him. And I did my duty. Sage Agastya came, he said, okay, do this 3 times and you will win. So I will sit back, let Ravana come, and this will be taken care of somehow. Because this is miraculous. Aditya Hrudayam is miraculous, right? No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying, I will give my 100%, Sarva Yatnena, I will do all my trials and I will kill him. So what happened here is his confidence got boosted. He's not looking for some external miracle. He got himself together. His sadness, his gloominess is all eradicated. And he got the confidence saying, I can do this, I will do this, and I have the means to do this. That is what Aditya Hrudayam does. That is what any prayer is supposed to do. We pray for direction. We pray to lead a path, give us a solution to walk a path. And then once we have the direction, once we have the path, we have to walk the path. Nobody else will walk the path. You have a project, you have a test, you have a game to play. Your coach can train you. Your parents can give you the right nutrition. You do the prayers asking for strength inner and outside. But who has to play the game? You have to play the game. You have to take the test. You have to do the project. But what Aditya Hrudayam gives you is that confidence, that direction, that solution, that the cloudiness that we talked about, that clouds the judgment, or that doesn't let you come out your best, that all will be eliminated, and you will get that inner strength that comes out, that sprouts out saying, I can do this. This is easy, and I have the strength to do that. And humans, we are blessed with the intellect, the speaking power, and many, many, many other things. With that, we are the leaders of this entire earth. All other living beings, they're actually dependent on the humans and what we do and how we do things. So being so intellectual, being so powerful, we do these prayers to seek direction and to seek strength and not to seek miracles. So always when you're doing this, remember, even Rama, when he finished the Aditya Hrudayam, he didn't sit back and say, okay, Sage Agastya said, I'm going to do this 3 times and everything will be taken care of. He said, I will give it my 100%. I got this. I will make all trials happen and I will kill Ravana. So that is the greatness of Aditya Hrudayam. It lets you find yourself. That is important, to find yourself. It is important to find the inner confidence and bring out your best. So that is what Aditya Hrudayam does to you. And one more time, let's do 1 to 2 words. Please repeat after me. Very important sloka. This one is very important to me because he comes out and says, I'm going to do this. I can do this in spite of all the tiresomeness and gloominess and all this. That's what we are looking for in a prayer. That strength, that confidence. Okay, 1 to 2 words. Please repeat after me. Ravanam Prekshya Hristatma. Again, we talked about the progression, emotional progression, right? See, Hristatma means he's happy. He's happy to see the opponent. See where Ravana started before the stotra and how he is happy to see Surya Bhagavan, so how he is happy to see the opponent. Yuddhaya Samupagamate Sarvayatnena Mahata Vadhetasya Dhruto Bhavate. Dhruto Bhavata means he is determined. He is determined to make all trials and make this happen. Okay, let's recite the sloka together. Please sing along with me. Again, if you're not able to follow the words, the speed, it is okay. As you go through the lessons, word to word lessons, you will be able to chant it. It's all about practice. Ravanam Preksha Hristatma Yuddhaya Samupagamate Sarvayatnena Mahata Vadhetasya Dhruto Bhavate. Excellent. We're almost there. We're about to move on to the last sloka, that is the 31 sloka of Aditya Hrudayam. This is a dialogue from Sun God himself. So until now, he's been witnessing along with all the gods, Sage Agastya going down and talking about the great Sun God and the characteristics, the namastes, and after that, how to do, where to do, when to do, rule book, and then the progression of Rama's emotions. And then now, Sun God is going to say a dialogue here. So, and then that will conclude the stotra itself. 1 to 2 words, please repeat after me. Adharavi Ravadan Nirikshya. We'll do this a couple of times. Ravadan Nirikshya. Ravadan Nirikshya. Ramam Mudita Manaha Paramam Prahrishyamanaha Nishicharapati Samkshayam Viditva Suragana Madhyagato Vachastvareti. So this sloka, the Sun God is sitting in the middle of all the gods, witnessing the entire battle, because Ravana everybody is just waiting for his defeat. He's been tormenting the entire universe for a long time, and Rama, Lord Vishnu, upon the request of all the gods, he took the form of Rama, because Ravana has these boons that he can be defeated only by humans and monkeys. So Vishnu took the form of a human, and all the gods took the form of monkeys in order to defeat the entire army of Ravana and to kill him. So everybody is waiting, and they're witnessing this spectacle of the battle. And seeing all this, they were all worried too, seeing Rama a little down. But now Lord Surya, sun gods watched all of this, and then Mudita Manaha, he was happy to see Rama too. At that point, after chanting the Aditya Hridayam, everybody, it uplifted the spirits of everybody. Everybody is in a cheerful mood now. Everybody who was gloomy, everybody who was thinking how we are going to get through this, they're all in a cheerful mood. And then sun god, he understood that the end of Ravana is nearby. Nishicharapati is the lord of everybody, everything that moves around at night, that is the Rakshasas, because they get really strong at night. Their strength lies at night. So they're called Nishacharas. So Nishicharapati is the king of all those Rakshasas, that is Ravana. Samkshayam viditva. So the sun god could see the near end of Ravana. And from the midst of all the gods, he then said, do this quickly. What Vachas Tvareti means do it fast. Complete the task quickly. So they all knew what is coming, and sun god gave his blessings in his own ways by saying, do it quickly, it is going to happen. What is going to happen? The defeat of Ravana and his downfall is going to happen. And Surya Bhagavan, sun god, asked Rama to do it quickly. So that is the conclusion of Aditya Hridayam. Ravana coming back towards the battlefield, and then Rama being very happy and very confident about the battle with Ravana. And not only Rama, but entire clan of gods and Surya Bhagavan, they were all very happy and confident. And Lord Surya, sun god, gave his blessings, saying, this is going to happen, just make it happen quickly. So let's do 1 to 2 words again. Please repeat after me. Adharavi Ravadan Nirikshya. One more time. Ravadan Nirikshya Ramam Mudita Manaha Paramam Prahrishyamanaha Nishicharapati Samkshayam Viditva Suragana Madhyagato Vachastvareti. Excellent. So let's recite the sloka together slowly. Adharavi Ravadan Nirikshya Ramam Mudita Manaha Paramam Prahrishyamanaha Nishicharapati Samkshayam Viditva Suragana Madhyagato Vachastvareti. So that is the concluding sloka of Aditya Hridayam. So sun god said, make it happen quickly. He gave his blessings in that way. And after that, Rama and Ravana, they started their battle again. And they started this very, very, very brutal and very intense battle. They used all the astras and shastras that they have. And Matali, who is the charioteer of Rama, he gave Rama an advice to use the Paita Maha Astra, which is the which is the arrow given by Lord Brahma. He made that, the Lord Brahma created that weapon, and it is a very, very powerful weapon. And he got that from sage Agastya. So Matali reminded him of the strength of that weapon and to use that weapon to conclude the battle. And Rama immediately took that weapon out and he prayed to all the gods and he released the mighty weapon Paitamaha Astra, and then it went swirling around in the air and it went and pierced into the heart of Ravana, and he fell down and he died then and there after that. So that is the mighty victory of Rama. Following the Aditya Hrudayam episode, they fought a little bit and it led to the battle victory of Rama. So that is the great story of Ramayanam. And after that, Lord Rama and Sita Devi, they join together, they get united, and they travel back to Nandigram, where Bharata is waiting for Rama to come back. And they all go together to Ayodhya in a great procession along with all the armies and the people of Ayodhya. And Bharata then hands over the kingdom of Ayodhya to, and the kingdom of Kosala to Lord Rama. And the coronation is the celebration of making a king. So the coronation ceremony of Rama happens in a very, very, very grand manner. And the brothers Bharata and Shatrughna were also very happy to see Rama, Sita and Lakshmana. And Hanuman also came back along with them, along with all the monkey army, Sugriva, Vibhishana and everybody. And they all witnessed the great coronation ceremony. And that is the story of Ramayana. And that is the happy ending that I wanted to not leave it at the battle part and to bring it through to complete the story of Ramayana along with Aditya Hrudayam. So that is the outcome after the great stotram of Aditya Hrudayam and Rama chanting 3 times. All great things happened after that, and they ended up with a happy ending in the city of Ayodhya after the coronation. So that is the story of Ramayana. That is the essence of Aditya Hrudayam, the meaning of Aditya Hrudayam, the importance of Aditya Hrudayam. So like I said in my previous episode, the session, we talked about the 40-day challenge. 40 days in the morning. Once you go through all the lessons and you're comfortable chanting the stotra, looking at a paper or without looking, anything is fine. 40 days. Just do it once, even though Sage Agastya said, do it 3 times. For if you have any specific task, if you have a big project coming up, you want some confidence, yeah, then go ahead, do it 3 times. It is always good to do 3 times, but at least start once a day in the morning. Remember, we started doing this as a gratitude to Sun God because we owe him a lot. But his stotra is so strong. While giving gratitude, you receive so many return gifts. So that is the greatness of this stotra. So you can accomplish so many tasks with chanting this stotra. You're expressing your gratitude to the Sun God. In return, you're getting all that confidence, all the nice things. And also, you're chanting a part of Ramayanam, the original Ramayanam written by Valmiki every day. How beautiful is that? And how blissful is that? So it has multifold, multi-dimensional benefits. So let's try that. For 40 days, whenever you can in the morning, take a shower, look at the Sun God, and it takes 7 to 8 minutes, not more than that, to chant the entire 31 slokas. We all have 8 minutes to spare every day. Come on, we can spare 8 minutes to express our gratitude to the Sun God, right? So in the morning, after you take a shower, try this for 40 days. You will find that new energy. You will find that new outlook. You will want to do more. You will want to reach out for more. You will get that new confidence. You will see all these things happening, and there will definitely be, there will be lots of benefits. I assure you of that. So, and I am going to send you the document, Word document with all the meanings, the slokas in English and Sanskrit for whoever is comfortable to read in Sanskrit, Devanagari script. So you can keep that. You can read it, you can chant along with it. You can, I will also send the video of my recital of the entire sloka. You can just listen to it and follow through. There are so many ways to it. If you're comfortable just chanting by yourself without looking, absolutely go for it. Any way, adopt any way, but try to do it for 40 days and see the results for yourself. So with that, we are going to conclude this great session. Aditya Hridayam, it is my absolute privilege to be able to talk in front of all of you. It is not that I know and you don't know. It is just my great privilege, God's blessing that he put me in front and he gave me these words to be able to express to you all and to be able to sit in front and talk about Aditya Hridayam, the great Rama story and all. And I really thank you all for having that patience, coming back with that patience again and again for 4 weeks and showing that interest to learn this great stotram. I appreciate it. So with that, we are going to move forward to the next portion, which is the Guru Vandanam. Again, the great stotra is given by Sage Agastya and written by Sage Valmiki. We owe them a lot for giving this great treasure to us. So let's do a quick prayer for them. So we are all comfortable with this stotra, so just sing along with me. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Excellent. Now let's move forward to the Mangala Shasanam. So in this, we are going to pray and wish the best to the entire world, which it needs very much. So I request all of you to pray from the heart of your hearts for the well-being of everybody, for the well-being of the entire world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. One more time. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. One more time. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Excellent work. With this, we will conclude our Aditya Hridayam sessions. You are absolutely free to contact me via email if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer to the best of my capacity. We will conclude this sessions with this. If you have any questions, just stay back. I will also stay back for a little longer and I will try to answer any of your questions. If you don't have any questions, you're free to leave now. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu, Shri Gurubhyom Namaha.